Great morning, family. I am Tanya Brooks, your FBA community folk herbalist, coming to you on this kind of cloudy morning here in my part of Connecticut. And I want to say, if you did not completely watch my video yesterday, it was entitled It Takes Two for a Thing to Work or Not. What part did you play in it? Please make sure that you go on my Homegrown Wellness 72 and watch my live in its entirety. It is a gem. It is a great thing. All right. So, but this morning, I'm going to talk about something I've spoken about previously. And the title of this is Take Control of Your Future Part 2. I spoke about this maybe about a month and a half ago. Taking control of your future, or take control of your future. Mark up. I already have my sea moss. I'm having me some coffee. But this is Take Control of Your Future Part 2. And I came across this picture of a FBA couple. And FBA, if you don't know, it stands for Foundational Black American. And they are a couple that it was either, I'm looking at the picture, it was either taken during the whole enslavement era or right after. They look like they are sharecroppers. Actually, I'll just show you guys the picture. Beautiful picture, in my opinion. And anyhow, in it really jogged my memory. And it jogged my soul, because here, I did adjust my desk. There were 6 points. And these people, or this couple, talking about how we take control of our future. And I'm going to read them to you, but I'm also going to add a couple of extended bullets, because, this is 2024. This is not the late 1800s, early 1900s anymore. So things have been extended, but this is the foundation. It says, obviously, take control of your future. Grow your own foods. And I spoke about starting a garden. Preserve your own food. Canning. Trade and barter. That was something that we did, and we were able to live well. We traded and we bartered. Cook from scratch. Not all this there was no takeout then, right? What we have now. Save your own seeds, because when you save your own seeds, you can replant those crops. Become self-sufficient. And when I looked at that self-sufficient, that really opened up my third eye, because that was the extending part into what I'm going to talk about. So become self-sufficient. Your finances. I'm going to get real personable today. Your mind, that also falls under becoming self-sufficient. Your body and your soul. So we know, grow your own food. So I'm going to post a video, because actually yesterday I planted my seeds. I planted like 18 different types of seeds. So I did that. Preserve your own food. That is something that I'm going to start doing. Canning. like my vegetables, fruit, making my own jam for my family, cook from scratch. I really basically do that now, but that all does fall under taking control of your future, because if you are eating out a lot, that means that money is going out of the house. And yes, we can balance it off by saying, well, then that means I don't have to do as much grocery shopping, so it balances itself out. But no, it doesn't, because the cooking from scratch, that falls under health. Because when you're cooking from scratch, you know what you are cooking. You know if you've grown this spinach or this basil. That all falls under cooking from scratch. You're using those foods that you've grown, and you are putting them into your meals. Eating out once, maybe twice a week. Okay, I would dare to say cut back to once a week, right? And I know our schedules are different and they're busy and all of that, but packing your lunch, packing your snack, if you work outside of the home. All right? And a lot of people nowadays work in their house. And that's, to me, that's kind of defeating the purpose. You're working from home. You're not having to pay a lot in gas or electric for your vehicle, but you're like ordering out or ordering in and having the delivery driver come and deliver food to you. And that's usually at least, maybe if it's just one person, $30 a pop. So 30 times 7, do the math. What is that? $210 or $211, $210 a week, just if you're spending $30 a day. Right? 7 times 3 is 21, right? $210 a week just on that. I don't know. And let me continue. So save your own seeds. Obviously, like for instance, prime example, watermelon, right? Which is also a great power food. It is a power fruit. But more watermelon, you can, and that's why it's important that you find watermelon with seeds, because also they're no longer GMO. But this all falls under taking control of your future, right? Because you can replant those seeds from the watermelon, and then become self-sufficient. Now, this is huge, because this is where now I'm going to be very transparent for myself, because being self-sufficient as a foundational black woman, what am I saying? As a foundational black woman, I have to be self-sufficient. This has absolutely nothing to do with my spouse. And I have come to that realization, right? I've come to that realization. It really hit me like 2 months ago. But reality comes in and it kicks you in your face, right? And that's where I am right now as a 52-year-old mom of younger children. Both of our children are they're not teenagers yet. My son will be a teenager. But for me, become self-sufficient, I need to become, and I am working. I have started the work. I have started the process. And there's some woman that's my age, right? And I know you need to see this. I know you need to watch this. This is for you. This is for me too. You can absolutely start today. I've started. And I'm about to be very transparent. So, becoming self sufficient for me starting today, literally, I'm contacting a finance individual, and they're basically going to pull my credit score and let me know what it is I need to do, because one of my goals is to have my score, my FICO score, because that's what they go by, to have my FICO score where it needs to be so that I can qualify for a mortgage slash real estate slash becoming self-sufficient slash now we're talking about real estate. This is the extension of the take control of your future. This is the part two. Me, at the age that I am, had to come to the realization that it didn't happen for me when I was in my 30s. I did some dumb stuff. I made some dumb financial decisions. They became habit. They became lifestyle. They were unhealthy. And so I am now at the age of maturity for myself. It's starting today. I'm literally contacting a person, paying the fee that I need to pay so that they can pull my credit history. And let me just let you guys know what I found out, because this person that I'm contacting, this is what they do. And I was in a mini series with him and my realtor, and he really broke down like all these like credit building, or like the three major credit bureaus. Yeah, that's your credit score, but when it comes down to you qualifying for a mortgage and being able to get a mortgage, the banks or the mortgage companies, they go by your FICO score. They do not go by your credit score. And yes, you need to build up your credit score so that you can qualify. Your FICO will qualify, or you will qualify for a mortgage. So that's what I am doing today. This has absolutely nothing to do with my husband. This has to do with what excuse me, I need to do in becoming self-sufficient. What you need to do. And as a foundational Black American woman in 2024, there are a lot of things against me. And I say that, and a lot of people might be like, oh my goodness, what is she talking about? Or she's not going there. I'm going to go there. As a foundational Black American FBA woman, there are so many things pertaining to this society that go against me. There are people that are not born Americans here in this country, and they can come here, and yes, I'm going to go there. They can come here and they get a brand new Social Security number, so all their debt from where they were or where they came from has been wiped clean. They've gotten a brand new start. They get their mortgage, they can get loans to start companies. Their children will get grants and scholarships, all because they have a brand new Social Security, and this country will give them whatever it is that they want. They haven't worked for it. So as a foundational Black American woman in the position that I am in, I am absolutely taking control of my future, and understanding that this was supposed to take place from my life right where I am right now. So currently, yes, we're renters. But me taking that step and becoming self-sufficient today and getting laid out what it is that either I can pay someone to do to get my score where it needs to be so I can qualify for a mortgage, or they'll tell me, or he'll tell me what it is I need to do, and I can do the hard work. So that is something that I'm going to have to come to the realization with. Okay, granted, I paid the service to find out either I'm going to pay him to do the work, or I will have a blueprint of what it is I need to do. It may take longer, but I'm going to go that route. I'm going to get the blueprint and see what it is I have to do to become self-sufficient in real estate. You know, I was raised by foundational Black American parents where they taught my brother and I, and I'm still talking about real estate, okay? I'm talking about being self-sufficient. I'm still talking about taking control of your future. I was raised, my brother and I were raised where you do better than the next generation. So at the age that I am at, granted, yes, my parents were divorced by this time, but my brother and I grew up in a house in a great neighborhood, a great community-based neighborhood, a great foundational Black American neighborhood, where every Saturday families were basically doing the same thing. They were cleaning out, cleaning the yard, barbecues, things like that, kids riding around on their bikes. But my parents did better than their parents. And I had to, granted, yes, my husband and I, yeah, we did own a house before, and we had to move, and there were circumstances which it was the home was unhealthy, so we had to move, and so we got into this rental where we are, and we've been here going on 10 years. But this is my time for me to take control of my future. So like my parents, my children, and there's nothing wrong with raising your family, raising your children, living in a rental or renting an apartment, but that's not me taking control of my future. I have to work hard at taking control of my finances so that I can get real estate, and things of that nature, so that my children we can have our own house. Yeah, I'm gonna be paying a mortgage, whatever. I can have my backyard, where part of taking control, I'm referring back, of my future looks like being able to have a beautiful garden. And my children just got up. It's 9 a.m., but it's spring break. We were up late watching movies, so they just got up. I think that's my son. I'm not sure. But, I can have my chickens. I can have my 4-5 chickens in the backyard. That is what taking control of my future looks like for me. For me, this is a personal journey, but this is something that I needed to talk about because it's not just me. This is about the community that we're doing here on Homegrown Wellness 72. So the real estate aspect, me being self-sufficient, that is about the different streams of income. Yes, I work a regular job, right? That's a stream of income, but I'm also an entrepreneur, right? I have my herbal business. I'm a certified herbalist. I have my CMOS business. I have my graphic t-shirts business. And eventually I'm going to get the subscribers that I need, and I'm going to be monetized, and I will be making more money coming from this YouTube channel, because I will be monetized. And I know that will happen for me by the end of this year, 2024. But again, taking control of my future, and the same for you. So the real estate aspect, the finances, getting my finances in order, and understanding that just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean that your finances are in control or in order. Because if you are spending more than you're making, that's not taking control of your future. But for me, my finances, I have looked at them, I have weighed them compared to my living expenses. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm figuring out where things need to be tweaked and where things need to come up. You may need to go out and get a part-time job. Do it if that's what you need to do, along with your full-time job. You do what you need to do to take control of your future. Taking control of your future also means making sure that your mind is in order. Because if the mind is not in order, if the mind is not in a state of wellness, you're not going to be able to do any of those other things. It's not going to happen. Your body needs to be physically well. You can't go out and walk or jog or stretch or exercise if your blood pressure is all up high and things like that. You have to take control of your future. So that's why I said earlier that this is going to be an extended version of what I spoke about before. So this is part 2. And then obviously your soul has to be intact. Your soul needs to be in alignment and in balance with self first. Right? Mind, body, and soul need to be in alignment so that you can take control of your future, of the real estate aspect, the finances, being able to grow your own food. You can't grow your own food realistically, because even how can I say this? I'm going to speak for myself. I need to be and will be in my own space for self. It has absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. This has to do with me being in alignment with me and what I need to do. Right? This is what taking control looks like for me. Currently, my score is crap. But I've taken control by taking the first step today to get those things in line. And I want you guys to be with me on this journey. I'll talk more about it. I hope that this helped someone. I know it helped me. You are exactly where you need to be. If you are watching this video, it's because you needed this. This title resonated with you, and you understand exactly where I'm coming from. So we can definitely do this together. Listen, I am Tanya Brooks, your FBA community folk herbalist. We're at Homegrown Wellness 72 community. We talk about family, home economics, finance, real estate, fashion, your wellness journey, all of that, because we are a community that is about creating a environment or a community of wellness and well-being. Family, remember, be great to yourself because you are great. Be great to your family. Be great to your community. Without love, self-love first, we have absolutely nothing. And as always, clarity is key, but without consistency, we have no balance. Family, be well.